Hey everyone, my name is Ryan Amundsen, and I wanted to pop on and make a quick little video about releases. So kind of my hope with all of this, and hopefully future videos to come, is if you are somewhat newer to hunting, archery, all that, maybe this can save you a little bit of time and or money as you go through trying to figure out what's best for you. So for me, getting into bow hunting about 5 years ago, there's been a lot of trial and error, trying out new things, leaning on friends and pro shops and that sort of stuff to get the equipment that I have liked. So, but through that, I've been testing out a bunch of different releases, more of the handheld style. I started with the thumb handheld release, and I've really liked going to that route as opposed to the index style that I started hunting with when I first got into bow hunting. So last season I used the Carter Wise Choice. It's a 3-finger model. It has a nice little kind of engage button, helps to clip that onto your D-loop. I really like this. Fits really nice in the hand. Feels like a pretty bulletproof design. Dropped it a few times and everything is all good still, but it's the Carter Wise Choice. I used it all last season. Really liked it. I like the fact that I can clip it on, let it hang there. So for example, clips right on, hangs, you don't need to think about it anymore. Fairly quiet on the release, but I was a big fan of it, but nonetheless I wanted to try out a couple different ones. So the two that I've been trying out recently, the Scott Sigma 3-finger release, and then this is the Scott Apex. So a little bit different. The Apex is an open design, so you see that hook right there in the middle. It's pretty free-flowing until you lock this in place, and then that stays where it needs to be. It's pretty quiet. This one is heavy. Does feel really good in the hand, but it is heavy. Also comes with a 4-finger attachment. I'm not a big fan of the 4-finger design. I tried that with a True Fire when I first got started, but not a big fan. I like the 3-finger design. They all three are adjustable right here on the thumb barrel. And the Apex actually comes with a smaller thumb barrel that you can attach on there too. You can see it's quite a bit smaller. So all in all, I've had fun shooting all of these. Kind of some pros and cons as we go through this. The Scott Sigma 3. This one probably felt the best in my hand. It's super lightweight, fits well. I liked how it anchored, all of that. You can see the jaws on this thing. They kind of don't stay open unless you engage this. Then it's locked into place. So on the surface, I thought I would like that. It's great because you can clip it onto your D-loop and leave it there. Now, if you're in a situation where you need to reattach quickly, that is where this one kind of lost it for me. I actually had a situation last year. I had a buck duck the arrow, and I had to quickly reattach an arrow, clip back on with this. It was nice, easy, and quick, whereas this one, I have to make sure it's open, hit the button, and then as I'm attaching it, flip it shut with my finger. So it's a lot to go through, especially in a high pressure situation. And also, as you can kind of hear, it's loud. So it's a louder release. It feels really good in your hand. It shoots well. But because of that hunting situation where if I needed to clip on really quickly, this would have me concerned. That with the sound. It's just one more thing to worry about. Also, I do like that there is a lanyard attachment. So if you are doing a spot and stock, you could let this be around your wrist and you wouldn't have to worry about it, whereas this does not have that attachment. So it felt great. I debated keeping it so my boys had a smaller release to practice with. But ultimately I'll probably be sending this one back. But nonetheless, it's fun to play around with and test out, and I may end up keeping it after all. But that hunting situation just kind of bothers me. With it being so hard to reattach in a pressure situation. I'll probably be posting some videos about kind of the shot process with all these, doing some, not only regular shots, but if I did have to reattach quickly, find my target, pull off a shot. I don't know, that would just concern me with this one a little bit. The Apex, Scott Apex, I think I'm really gonna like this for doing some 3D shooting. That open design, it's quick, you just pop it in and then you pull back on the release. And as you're pulling through that shot, as you're gently squeezing it, I feel like there's a really true release on that. So attach, pull through, find your anchor, and start pulling, a little bit of tension, and it goes off. The thing I also like about this is it's pretty quiet. So if I did need it as a backup in a hunting situation, it's quiet, it's easy to attach. The only thing I wish this had was a spot to attach some sort of lanyard if I was in a spot and stock situation, making sure that it's quickly and easily available, not worrying about pulling something out of my pocket. So I did like this one. It is significantly heavier, like I said in the beginning of this, significantly heavier. But it shoots really nicely. It's smooth. Like I said, if I'm doing 3D and having fun like that, I can just attach quickly and go on that D-loop. It will hang, but I don't know if I would trust this sitting in a tree stand if the wind is blowing around. It does not have the kind of a little spot to keep it from falling off once it's on there. So, but as usual, all of these releases do have tension adjustments right on the front with an Allen wrench. They all have that availability. So they're very adjustable. I get why people like this Sigma 3 and this Scott one. It is nice. But for me, still kind of winning out is that Carter Wise Choice. Fits great in my hand, but the thing I like about it a lot is I can just, with one push of a button, I'm hooked on, ready to go. If I do miss, I can quickly clip back on. Not that we're planning on missing, but it happens. So I really like that for this one. I might end up getting another one as my backup hunting option if I forget this in the truck or lose it or break it, but it's nice. You can adjust the thumb barrel slightly. It's not very loud. It's just a solid release. And for me, being able to clip onto something, forget about it, especially whitetail hunting, rattling, doing all that sort of stuff, it's nice to be able to clip it on and leave it. So for me, Carter Wise Choice is still my go-to option. I'd recommend it for anybody at this point. Now that being said, I do have a Cobra Harvester 3-finger thumb style release that is on the way that I'll be kind of testing up against the Carter just to see how I like it. I'll test it up against this one as well because like I said, I'm going to use this Scott Apex, I think, for doing a little bit of 3D and fun stuff over the summer. But that Cobra Harvester, I'm looking forward to trying that one out. I've heard good things from other people, so stay tuned. I'll be popping some of that on. Also, it'll be fun to go through this, but this is my PSC EVL 32. Switched over from Matthews to this, and I love it, to the point that I actually just went and got some 80-pound limbs ordered for this because of how smooth it is. So I'll probably post a video kind of going through that process as well and what that draw cycle feels like, and just kind of a bow selection type video. So hope everybody liked this. I plan on doing a few things. You know, even if only a few people are getting something out of this, then that helps. And I know when I started out in the archery side of things, there's just a lot of information to take in, a lot of trial and error. Had good friends to lean on to ask questions, but being able to look up videos like this and talk through pros and cons of each one, what I liked, what I didn't like about it, hopefully people find that helpful going forward. So once again, my name is Ryan Amundsen, just trying to help anybody else new in the hunting industry. Leave comments in the bottom if you have any sort of gear questions or kind of follow-up stuff I can help out with. So thanks. Hope you enjoyed.